Hey guys, it's Carrie here, and I'm an animation student in community college in Miami, Florida. And today we're gonna be going to class on campus, and I'm wearing the same shirt from my last vlog, which I made myself on my iPad, and it used to be in my shop, and my shop isn't open right now. It's gonna open up soon. Some scene of the campus, and today I brought in my laptop and my pen display from home. I know this is like super extra. I prefer using my Artisol pen display over the 22-inch Wacom that we have at school, simply because number one, convenience. I like having all my software on my computer without having to worry about signing in, and number two, I prefer the drawing experience of the Artisol much better. The Wacom is a much older pen display. I personally don't prefer the parallax, and since it's a school shared device, the setting changes a lot, and it makes it very difficult to do my assignment, especially when I'm on a time crunch. And today in my character design class, it's actually a study. I don't remember the exact details of this assignment, but I'm in class right now and I'm trying to get everything set up. I did bring my tour box to school, which is basically that little box of remote that has all my shortcut keys. I love using this thing. So today in class, I just wanted to be super comfortable, so I brought my whole getup, and the laptop that I'm rocking is a Samsung Galaxy Book Flex. For this class specifically, it works for my workflow. It works with Photoshop. It can run Maya, but not the best. Not for rendering, but for modeling, it can definitely run it. But I like this laptop just because it's a lot more portable than my Dell laptop. My Dell laptop can handle everything, but it's a lot more heavy. It's around almost 6 pounds. The Dell laptop and the Samsung laptop is only around 3.5 pounds. And right now I'm setting up and I'm drawing over the reference and counting the heads and making sure I have even lines to replicate the same pose on the side, which is what our professor showed us for this class. And I'm drawing this in a mix of Photoshop and Clip Paint Studio. Again, this professor really wanted us to use Photoshop for this assignment, for this class in general, since he wants to teach us how to draw in Photoshop. But I'm already certified in Photoshop, and so I tried working back and forth with Clip Paint Studio. The great thing about Clip Paint Studio is that it has compatibility with Photoshop files, which is awesome. I prefer Clip Paint Studio just because I have all my brushes and my settings there. I use Photoshop enough in this class to get the gist of the whole drawing, and I'm happy that my professor kind of let me slide because he was passing around all of this and he just saw me working in Clip Paint Studio, and he did not give me a big headache about it. And I really struggle with this pose a lot. Yeah, man, guys, I really struggle drawing a lot of things in school. Well, not in school, but in general, which is why I'm in school. This is why I like to share this. This is also from another assignment in this class where we had to draw facial expressions of villains, and my villain character ended up being a toaster. Basically, our professor made us do a bunch of silhouettes, and he chose the two characters for us to do for our character turnarounds for this class. And let you guys know, I'm in a 2-year animation program. It's associates and science degree. I'll make a more detailed video about that since a lot of you guys are interested. And I'm so sorry I didn't get my camera at an angle where you could see my pen strokes much better. I will try that much better in upcoming vlogs, but this is how it's typically like in the classroom. Later on, I'll be walking around, and I'm just so happy that my classmate was willing to help me out for this assignment. She draws so much better than I do. I'll link her Instagram down below. I don't have it right now on hand, that's why I don't have it on the screen, but I'll link it to the timestamp right now so that way you guys can check her out. I don't think that she has a dedicated art Instagram, but I'm really encouraging a lot of my classmates to have a dedicated art Instagram. But she helped me out a lot on the proportions. Oh man, later on you guys will see my proportions just didn't look good. Oh man, like, let's just ignore that embarrassment for now. But here's some of the stuff that she's working on, and a little bit pan of my workspace. And this is another classmate where they're working on a different assignment. They finished all the assignment for this class, so they were able to work on their storyboard for another class, which they've been working on for a while. So if you guys seen some of my other vlogs, oh man, they went a long way. And here's another classmate that's working on the final for this class, which is the character turnaround for villains. And they also did a robotic character, which I thought was cool. And here's a little bit more of my other classmates' animatic. I try to cut into a bunch of different angles just to keep these vlogs a lot more interesting, while also keeping them very informative, since I know a lot of you guys are interested in this, and I try to capture as accurately as I can and not glamorize art school too much, since I know a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go to an affordable one like I do. And here's more of my classmate that sit next to me. And if I don't mention it, some of my classmates actually don't have Instagrams for their art, which is a bummer. I'm trying to encourage them a lot more. So if they do create one, I will go back in and add them in the comment section and description of this video. This is another classmate. I really enjoy his work a lot, and for his character, I think he's doing like this crazy bunny. I try to get some of this in real time, since I think some of their work are super cool. So that's one of the great advantages of coming to class, well, I guess on campus physically, if you can, because you can walk around and there's a plethora of inspiration. And here's another classmate as well that's working on their character turnaround. It looks super interesting. I like the colors that they use, and the way they draw the face is just man, so amazing. There's a lot of talent in this class, and man, here's another classmate. I know I kept going from people to people. I was just like so mesmerized. It's also a way for me to like try to make friends too, because I'm super shy. It's really hard to approach people. So these vlogs actually gives me a really good incentive, not even incentives, a good starting point of what to say, because I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Besides, like, I like your work, I'm able to like say something more and then like get a little bit footage of it. That's also another classmate that doesn't have an art Instagram already. A lot of people don't have a lot of social medias for their art, and there's no pressure in that. It's just really cool to have one, so that way I know a lot of the viewers that are watching would like to see more of a different artwork. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was a mouthful. I'm just not trying to put a lot of pressure on people to do something that they don't want to do, but at the same time, encourage them, since it is really nice, especially in this industry. And as you guys see, I'm finishing the drawing like from the skeleton that my classmate helped me build. You guys see the difference between what I drew and what she helped me build out to extend the proportions. She gave me also a lot of really good advice on how to measure right with the reference, and by drawing directly over the reference and then redoing it on the side, because for me, I was just doing it with my eyes. It was difficult for me to measure. Again, I'm still learning a lot of the stuff, so I'm not the best to teach right now. I know a lot of you guys keep saying make a tutorial. I have some old tutorials on the channel. They're not the best, and again, I'm still a student in school. I'm not super confident in my own abilities yet, so maybe down the line in the future. And now we're into another classmate, where this is the reality of class, where sometimes we're just playing memes and videos on YouTube. So it's not always like work. This is like a class where the professor gave us a lot of like studio time to ourselves to do the assignments, compared to other class that I'm used to that it's just more lecture based, which is really hard to talk to people and kind of form those connections. And here's a little bit more pan around the room. I really do enjoy the classrooms a lot, especially at the community college level and being downtown Miami. This is a fairly new animation program. It did not exist when I got out of high school. I already had an associate's degree, so I went back for another associate's degree just because I didn't know this school existed near me. And man, that's a whole other thing that I want to delve in a whole different video, because I was so depressed after getting my first degree and I planned to transfer, and the pandemic happened, and I found this. I wish I could have done this first, but you know, life happens for a reason. Here's another classmate. This is Rudy. He's a stop motion animator. He actually doesn't claim to be a traditional artist in any sense. So it's really cool to see how he evolved over the semester, his drawing skills. I think he had a little bit before, but I really like his whimsical art style, especially for somebody that doesn't have a big background in drawing itself, just to give you guys a lot of more inspiration on how you don't really need to be the best to start out in school, because school is where you learn, and that's the thing that a lot of like prestigious art school doesn't allow you to do, since they cherry pick people who get into the program since it's so competitive. And here's back again to that classmate that was working on that animatic. He already finished his character turnaround. Look at, he just is, it's just so mesmerizing. We're all hovering around his table just to see, because like it was so nice, because all of us are kind of behind in some type of way, and that's the reality of going to school and having a part-time job or a full-time job. Some people have kids, and it makes it really hard to balance school. So, and that's the cool thing about community college, where you get a more diverse cast of students that are there compared to a lot more traditional expensive art school, which is a lot more younger students that are fresh out of high school that normally have a lot more time to dedicate to art. And normally, from what I've seen on YouTube and online, that they don't have to worry about having a part-time job. In my school, there's a lot of other students that are managing so many other things along with class that we all relate. So now class is over. I'll give you guys an update on that assignment in my next vlog. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit more of the city, downtown Miami. I know the city is pretty nice, it's really pretty, but I really hate it down here. I get a lot of anxiety. The drivers here are the worst, but I know maybe it's because I was raised here all my life. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.